So, hello, people of the internet. Some people watching this live, some people not. So, we have the Release the Beast finals pairings today. Very exciting. I'm joined by Toby.
Hello, hello, hello.
And yeah, so in terms of the list, right, we have the Fellowship of the Bin, headed by Mr. Morton, playing his Thankwall's Menagerie. We have recent World Championship Casper with his Bestigors, Doomballs. Ronya playing Iconic Nighthaunt. We have some Karazai, Paladors, and Longstrikes. Don't have heaps of time to go through lists, but just so you guys kind of know what's going on. And then we have Nathan, who's affectionately known as the mascot of the Bin team, is running a list close to my heart in Gits with the glorious Mangler Squig. Nathan had a clutch game in the previous round where he won against the Americans to bring the Bin to the finals. And this Bin team is basically wins every Release the Beast. So this is the behemoth of our tournament. And we got Steve Follows. Of course, Toby, you're a Zinch master. What do you think about
It's
the
pretty
host?
filthy, especially for pairings. I think it's always hard. What do you pair into this? Because you never know. Can it punch through? And then if it possibly can punch through, will there be a spawn to stop it all, or not?
Yep.
Basically.
Yeah.
So yeah. And we will see the same list when we go through the other lists of the egg timers actually.
Yeah, there's
That's
a
interesting.
few lists in common. There's the Antu's playing the one drop copy pasta Slave to Darkness, which I'm sure we've had
Yeah.
many nightmares about. I think one thing that's annoying about playing against this is even if you destroy it, the stupid Gaunt Summoner teleporting around in the Furies can actually score some tactics when it starts losing.
Yeah.
I think that was important in the previous round as well because he lost, but he got he lost like really early, but could get a lot of points because of the Gaunt Summoner and the Furies. So it is a one drop Unga Bunga, but it can score points. And Tomas is playing the Feck, which maybe we expect is going to be a defender. The first army put down, perhaps.
Maybe,
Maybe.
but I don't know. They can play probably everything, right?
Yes. Yeah. Kind of wants an objective more towards the middle. I think the 6 objective missions are fine, but it's better to have a objective you can stand on with +1 save. So I don't think they've started yet. Good. I'll just quickly go through the egg timers. I just need to tell Luke to hold on for 1 second. Hold on. Let me just deal with that. Okay, so then we have egg timers. So we have another Slaves of Darkness list. Of course, there's heaps in common here, but this one has Bellicor. So 10 less chosen, but more defensive capability, I guess we'd say.
Yeah, I guess yeah. It really depends what you play against. Bellacore can be super good, but can also just not do much. It's always the problem with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops. Then we have Jared, who's running Krondus and a bunch of shooting with 12 prosecutors. I like this list, by the way. I don't think anyone really ran something similar to this, but
Yeah,
I
a
think
lot of
this list is good.
hurricanes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has much. It has quite a lot of shooting. Just not pure shooting with the prosecutors as well. It's good, yeah. It's a
Yep.
good one.
And Garrett's running Corn, which maybe we'd expect this one to be one of the early defenders, maybe, but it's kind of a pretty defensive army. They're like 15 Skull Reapers, but it's fairly defensive.
Yeah, it is. And I'm not sure if you need it on the first one. I think it can also play a bunch of stuff. It can also probably pair pretty well into some armies just to deny points. It's not because it just has so much stuff, right?
Yep. Then we have We have Detro, which I haven't seen lose a game in a very long time. I just looked about it the other day. I don't remember the last time I seen him lost a game, but he's playing the filthy feck with 18 Morbegs, so that's it's a bit of a terrifying list. So compared to Tomas, he's got more Morbegs but no horrors. So
Yeah.
maybe a little bit better at playing the 6 objectives as opposed to the stuff in the middle compared to the horrors. Probably a bit weaker at the brawl. The horrors are quite nice if you're if you're stuck in combat. Yep. And then horses, like as you said, we've got pretty similar Zinch list. It's pretty horrible. And then a pretty similar base list. I believe the only difference is this one has like a Dragon Ogre Shagrath and a Gorgon and 20 less Bestigors.
There's a bit more flavor, you could say.
Yes. And Tavi's running his usual score of somewhere between 8 and 12 points Seraphon.
True.
It's his specialty in life, so I'd expect that's he's going to take some kind of fairly shit match off is what I expect is going to happen in this pairings. That's what he does. And
I think that's how they pair probably as well,
yeah. And then we got a spicy list. Oh no, he's not playing. Okay, he's not playing the 30 heart renders, but he's still got 20 bloods.
But the interesting thing here is it's Bloodstalkers, not just Blood Sisters as most of the time you see with daughters.
It's only one.
So you have to shoot the guys.
So this
you have one combat gun here.
Yeah, this team has a lot of shooting. It kind of has a lot of shooting and then a lot of defensive armies that score well. That's kind of what seems to be going on here. Yeah.
I think it also has quite a lot of all-round armies in a sense.
Yep. Okay, so these are the missions we're pairing on. I'm going to give the guys a go ahead in a second, but we have Border War first. The cards are down already. And close to chest, focal point, scorched earth. So quick before I tell them to go ahead, what are your predictions for what the Border War card is? Toby.
Interesting. So on Luke's side, it's very hard to say. I would say he might put himself down because Border was decent for the Skaven, for the Tankwolf's Menagerie. However, I think focal point is just a perfect mission for them. But he might put himself down because I think he likes to do that often. But Border Wars is a tough one because I think everyone can just play it. It's like just default GW scenario, so we can see probably almost anything here. What do you think?
I agree. There's a decent chance Luke could put himself down. Otherwise, Feck is pretty strong at this mission. I'd say Feck though is pretty good at all of the first 3 missions.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think he might put him down just because on focal points it's quite predictable that he will go down, so he doesn't have to play Scorched Earth with the Skaven, so he might put himself down, so it's later on he's less predictable basically.
And I think he thinks that Menagerie list can play against anything in the game, and I kind of agree. So,
yes, I agree. That he thinks that, I agree.
Okay, so I'll give them a go ahead, and we'll see what happens. So, here we go. All right.
Okay. Well, this is taking a while. Unfortunately, we cannot. Okay. Unfortunately, we cannot see the terrain maps. For everyone who played on the Release the Beast, they are pretty familiar with these because they didn't change for this event and the last event. But of course, they also matter quite a lot if there's 4 massive scorched, massive obscuring.
We have some movement. So I believe. Okay, so the egg timers are the red side.
Red.
Okay, so I'm just gonna. I might just. Put some text there. The TTS text tool is grim though. Never mind. All right. But yeah. So egg timers are defended with Gareth on the corn, and we have Antu down with the Slaves of Darkness. So
interesting.
That is interesting.
I wonder who they attack with.
Into the slaves?
I think into the corn is the harder one, right? What do you attack corn with? That you don't where you want to score high. I think you can't score that high on them on Border War, right? So. Maybe.
Look, Luke's played the matchup before, but I tend to think the Menagerie should destroy corn on this mission. There's enough shooting in that army to be able to just remove all the stuff that can blood tithe you decently quick.
Yeah.
He might just want to save it though. I know what you're saying. It's a bit of a blunting
Maybe
army. So
Nighthaunt. Maybe he puts himself down and Ronya just because the Nighthaunt can still charge in
yeah,
combat. It's
yeah.
always a good thing. Just the mortal wounds hurt them quite a lot from the Wrathmongers. But yeah.
I'd also think that you could definitely do like just put Zinch down and then whatever you want to actually put into it. Like you could just do like Zinch and Nighthaunt, and then if they take the Zinch, they take the Zinch, and it's like close either way.
Yeah, that's true.
Though I think the Zinch, though, with that many horror shooting, actually probably is pretty decent into this sort of corn list. I'd imagine. Maybe.
Yeah, it kind of
Yeah.
is. And you can keep the chicken alive with because he has to change caster to rally with 9 dice, so he doesn't die from the meteors over 3 turns. There's no shootings, and you should outscore your opponent. It's just, and you probably just don't cast many spells on your opponent, so he doesn't get blood ties from it. So that's fine as well. And then it will be a game of who can score objectives and who can deny the opponent's tactics most of all, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wrathmongers die very fast to horrors actually, so and the -1 to hit really hurts them because they will be hitting on 5s, which is not nice.
Okay, it looks like we have the attackers down. So I don't know. We didn't talk about what they're going to do into slaves.
Yeah, we didn't talk about
I don't really
slaves.
know, to be honest. It's a bit of
I
a
think
problem.
Karazai.
Okay.
Maybe the Karazai one.
The Krondus, right?
We'll see.
So
Yeah,
we got
Krondus,
the 20
yeah.
Bloodstalkers, and we got the Slayer's Mirror with Bellicor.
So I know that. So the Bloodstalkers is a good pick. So they
Yes.
because he actually played that matchup against us as well when we did the pairing. So we had slaves against daughters as well, and our slave player made us some mistakes, and then it was pretty fast pretty fast because Marathi will tear through them if you don't watch out.
Yeah, yeah, and there's no real way to do any mortals or do any damage to Marathi.
Yeah, Slave's Mirror is interesting, right? Mirror for me always indicates that they don't have a clear solution anymore, so they just put down the mirror.
Yeah, I'm not sure I love the mirror there. I think that the thinking is, you have Bellicor with the potential for strikes first, so
yeah,
kind of play
it's
defensive.
all just the dice rolling. Who wins the priors, and will Bellicor get his strike first or not? And even if he does get it, will it be enough damage if it's Varangard against Chosen and the Varangard don't have to charge? Maybe not. Maybe it will be.
I would be so nervous though, like if I'm playing the 1-drop army and giving the turn, and then the potential of just like some random bullshit happening, and then 10 Chosen killing the Gaunt Summoner, and now you can't get your 10 Chosen out the sky.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
If you play that list with the Gaunt Summoner, you have to have prepped like your deployment 20 times just so there's not a single chance that this guy might get any damage. Otherwise, you do something wrong.
Finals on, pressure's on. I haven't seen it happen yet, but it could happen. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think Luke will take? I think he will take the mirror.
Yes, I don't think he wants to take
he will go.
I don't think the. Well, it is only 10 Blood Sisters, though, right? If it was 30 Blood Sisters, which is the normal list everyone's running, that's definitely not a good matchup. But the
shooting is pretty good, and if I remember correctly, on Border War, there's no good obscuring placement, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
you can shoot pretty well there. So I would reckon he takes the slaves. Yeah,
we got the mirror. So we have a mirror, and then we have Stormcast in the corner. Now, we didn't really talk about the Stormcast in the corner. I was a little bit surprised by that. I'm not 100% on board with it. Yes, I know he has... Because, I mean, the main thing I don't like about it is that the Paladors get really screwed over by Murderlust, because you can't, like, charge and then shoot. So that's the main thing.
That's horrible.
So, like, you move forward and then you get Murderlusted, and then you can't shoot because you don't have shoot in combat with the javelins. You do with the pistols, and then you can't charge and shoot again. So I'm not 100% on board with that.
Yeah.
But it is a very good mission for Stormcast.
Karazai is good, but also when he has like 5 attacks, -1 attack is less important as well. But the long strikes can shoot off the Bloodthirster, which is good. But a good player shouldn't let that happen that easily, at least not for a coast. Because with Murderlust and Redeploy, you can always manage quite well what they can shoot.
Yep.
So yeah,
So I would
interesting
say
pick.
so far it looks good for egg timers is what I would say. I think they're taking a slight lead in the early part here. I mean this mirrors a bit of a crapshoot, and then I think they
Yeah.
got out of the first map here pretty well with the corner to Stormcast. So we will see what happens. So we have close to chest now. So I'd expect probably some of the Zinch armies to go down here, right? What else would they put down here? It's not
So close to
amazing
the
for
chest.
Feck.
Yeah, Gits is always fine on close to the chest.
Yep. Yep.
Close to the chest is the one with the home objectives counting double, right? Counting two. With one objective you pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so Gits is always good because you just bring always something back, count as +5 there, so your opponent can't take it, so he can never score like 10 points usually against you.
Yeah.
So that's quite nice, I guess. Siege is also a good pick. There might also be maybe Beasts of Chaos here, just because you don't want them on focal points.
Okay, so we have
Okay,
effect
interesting.
from the bin side, and then we have Daughters of Cain. I think it makes sense they want to get rid of the daughters at this point.
Maybe, but
I don't like that Daughters list on Scorched Earth, right? So if they go into the next round, they're gonna have to probably defend with it on focal points.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe, but then again, you might just play for tabling, right? And then the battle plan doesn't matter that much. And then if you have a bad matchup, Scorch Earth is always okayish. But yeah,
I know
so
what you're
the
saying.
fact
Yeah.
that Daughters-
Yeah. Okay, so we have Tomas on the feck. So yeah, that kind of signals to me that the menagerie is definitely going on focal
Yeah.
points.
Yeah, definitely going on focal points.
I think Luke's gonna
Yeah.
slam that down.
To be fair, that is the best mission for them, just standing in the middle with the whole block scoring.
Yes.
So yeah.
Now I think it actually is not terrible to potentially attack with the menagerie here.
Yeah, it might be, but what he will definitely put down is Siege, because that's the ultimate counter, because you just burn Morathi, you just put Changeling down, burn Morathi, and then she can never heal again and just dies automatically from the burning. And with the Changeling, you can just put it down in range, cast a spell.
I did
it.
rule before this happened that Morathi can cleanse burning and disease. So
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
in line with the way some other people ruled it.
I see.
So you can
see.
do that, but I think still is a stinker of a matchup. Anyway.
Yeah, and then I think Beast of Chaos, right, might also be very good here, just because he has shooting.
Yeah. If it's more blood sisters,
it's 6
it's bad,
objectives.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. With more blood sisters would be, but yeah.
Yeah, on 6 objectives, and you kind of want to get rid of the beast here, because if it's not here, you're probably going to have to pocket it on Scorched Earth, and then it's pretty predictable pairings. So
yeah, agree, because he has to put himself down, and then but maybe the Ektamers don't take it, and then it might be predictable, right? So maybe they intentionally take the one that is maybe not the best, but makes the last rounds more predictable.
I guess the only thing is, like, what can you attack that has a good matchup into both Thanquol's Menagerie on focal points and Beast on Scorched Earth?
Yeah, that's a tough one. But it means that at least you can get the other two maybe greens, right? So
yes, yeah. Okay. We have the cards. Okay, so we have the Zinch. All right.
So Beast, Zinch.
I would think that both of those are pretty good for Feck.
Yeah, I agree. I think, yeah.
It is 6 objectives, so I'm not sure the Zinch is amazing, but it's
that was a fast pick. Yeah.
It's probably... Sorry, what was the other one? It was Zinch and Beast of Chaos, right?
Beast of Chaos, yeah. I think Luke will pick the Zinch, probably. So it also makes, yeah, I think it's a bit better here for them in the pairings. And yeah, the Morbreaks are pretty good against him.
20 Vestigord never like one shot 6 Morbreaks, right?
Not if they're on an objective, no. Man. They shouldn't, basically. They might, but they shouldn't. 26 Morbecks to one shot is actually very hard if they all out defense and are on an objective. That's a
Yes.
2-up
Especially
save.
if they're 5
That's
aboard as
super
well,
hard.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's super hard to one shot. So
So
yeah,
I think I definitely think he could take the Beast of Chaos here. I just think if he's gonna put
he
Menagerie
could.
down, maybe you want to get rid of the Zinch because
Yeah,
it's just
I
maybe a
think
little
I
bit
think you
annoying.
get rid of the Zinch now because I think Thomas can play both of them, and at this point, at least even if you lose to them, you don't lose high because they're close to the chest. You can always score. With the retreat and charge, you can get easily into the chicken, and if you do get a good double, you might actually kill the chicken and win the game.
Yeah.
And then again, this means Zinj is not on focal points. This means it's predictable where Beast is, which is nice. And yeah, so
Okay, let's see it. Yeah, we
that's
got
a
rid
good
of the
pick.
Zinch and Zinch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, both Zinj are gone.
Kind of interested. Yeah, I thought the Nighthaunt would
I
be
mean,
an okay matchup, but
if the daughters can heal the burning, if Marathi can, then it might be okayish, right? Like, it's still not good, but getting rid of it here is good.
okay.
Zinj,
So
so.
that's Menagerie, and I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure the Egg Timers would defend Flesh Eater Quartz here. I would be surprised if they didn't.
What do they have left?
They
They
have
have left
Stormcast as well.
Tavi.
Okay, all right. So they just want Tavi to take a red. All right.
Yeah.
F's in the chat, boys. Okay. That I think we'd expect both players to think about pocketing the Beast of Chaos here. That would be the
Yeah.
obvious thing and having it on Scorched Earth. However, I think putting the Seraphon down on focal points, you probably can attack that with the Beast of Chaos.
You could, yeah.
So Luke might decide here to go Beast of Chaos, and what else has he got left?
So he got Nighthaunt left, Ronya,
Yeah,
and what else? And Gitz, right, Nathan?
and Gitz. Yeah. So you could go Gitz Beast of Chaos, and then pocket the Nighthaunt. I think is okay.
Hmm.
And then on the other side, they have the armies they have Flesh Eater Quartz, Stormcast, and what's the other one?
What they have left? Flesh Eater Court, Stormcast, and did they put the fact down already? No, they have fact left, right?
Yeah, Flesh Eater Quartz, Stormcast, and what's the third army?
Oh yeah, a Beast of Chaos.
Oh, Beast of Chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. So. Oh, man, I don't know if any of those can play against Menagerie. Flesh Eater Quartz, Stormcast. I guess of the three, the Flesh Eater Quartz and Stormcast. Yeah, Flesh is terrible versus Menagerie.
The Stormcast not enough damage either. That's the problem there.
Yeah, this is looking like a train wreck at the end. This is going to be a bit of a train crash, I think. We'll see.
We'll see. They might just pocket the beasts and take an L there, and yeah.
So I feel like
Taken out
from
of
the bin side, I'm not sure Luke can really make a mistake here. I don't think.
Probably, yeah, because I think all of them work fine. I think if you're in the Actimer's position, you probably need to put a unit now down that can score tactics very well and not engage with Luke's army much to get as many points as possible out of this matchup. Okay, so they didn't pocket the beasts.
Yeah, so Luke's done the obvious thing, and then
Yeah,
they've got. Okay, so the choice is I mean, Stormcast into Beast on Scorched Earth. Okay, it's interesting. So Luke's choice is not that straightforward here. He can give himself.
I think you don't take the mirror, right? I think you are fine with one mirror, and Luke is not in a spot where he has to like hope that you win the mirrors. I think he can play it safe, take the beasts here. They shouldn't kill the menagerie. They might score points, that's fine. They might make it close, just because like I stand on objective, you stand on objectives, and Luke doesn't have that many units, so Luke will kill 2 units, and then 2 units will score, and so on. But I think you don't take the mirror here when the risk is not there. Also, I'm not sure if Luke plays with their pairs with their player's mindset in mind, but I think Casper just lost a mirror in the previous round as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe he doesn't want to do that again. Because there's no risk, I think. There's no need to do this here, but we'll see. Maybe.
Yeah, I think from the other side of things, I think we're probably going to see Gits into Seraphon and then Beast of Chaos into Feck. So the other way around
Also,
would be strange, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Beast of Chaos.
Yeah, just because
points.
of the mission, right?
It is focal points. So Beast into Seraphon. I just think it's too much. I think it's too much wounds for the Seraphon to handle. I know it's not the most amazing mission for Beast, but still. I would. Yeah, I don't know, because Feck versus Beast on Scorched Earth is that's either way. That's not going to be for probably a very big scoring game.
I think they need to give so which the other one gets, right? Gits and Beasts. But you probably pick what's better for the Feck here at this point, right? What's better for Feck? I think the Beasts, right? Maybe. Though it's Scorched Earth, so it will never be a big win anyway. Interesting.
Yeah. I think playing against Squigs and Kragnos on Scorched Earth could be probably challenging. It's going to be hard to be +1 save a lot of the time. And they do have enough damage to one-bang a unit.
He does have Beast Flares, right, against Kragnos, but it's just a game of recursion and who wins by a bit.
Either way, I wouldn't say both of them are amazing.
No. But also, just as a side note, I think Luke picking the Beast here is pretty good for the Menagerie in any case, because he also has the what's the monster called again? The Hell Pit with the Horde Clear.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of good stuff against infantry actually in there.
And any kind of DPS check army just gets completely murdered by Menagerie. That's kind of what it's supposed to be. So on this sort of mission as well, it's pretty ideal. So
yeah, there's just like maybe just a few armies or lists that can kill a unit of roided up Storm Fiends, right?
Yeah. I think for the people watching, you can kind of see when you've got two armies that are like really insane at kind of the back missions, you can kind of just do what Luke did here and just say, these are my two armies here, and it looks like he sort of reverse engineered the front half of it to make sure that these are on here. So, okay, so we ended up taking... Oh, sorry, it was Nighthaunt, sorry.
Nighthaunt.
Yeah, sorry.
yeah.
So, Nighthaunt into Seraphon, and then Gits into Flesh Eater Courts. Okay, so out of the two, Nighthaunt and Gits... Yeah, I'd imagine Gits is probably better for the fact than Nighthaunt, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, there we go. Yeah, I'd say maybe a little bit of a train crash at the end, but we'll see what happens.
I mean, not necessarily for Luke, right? So.
Yeah, no. I think it went well from his side, but I think we'll get the guys in and they'll have their thoughts in a second. There we go. All right, so the post game from the captains. Are both of them here?
The post game. Is Tim here?
Maybe he's gone. Do you want to give us your 2 cents, Luke? How do you think that went?
8 greens.
As always.
Well, yeah.
So volatile slaves. I just thought nobody wants to play slaves, so let them play each other. But maybe we have the one drop off, but then he has Be'lakor, so it's kind of a weird volatile game that relies on dice.
So we thought this first one, this first map went pretty alright for the egg times, but I think the second map the pairing started to shift a little bit. I think.
2 sec. We need to just kick somebody out because it's too full this channel.
Okay. Anyone wanna volunteer? I think someone left. Okay.
Tim, are you here now?
People boost us, by the way. All right.
Boost us. Just leave right now.
All right. Well, how do you think that went?
I'm not happy.
I think
it's interesting, right? You give me the mirror, and most people don't take mirrors in pairings, but
I don't consider that a mirror at all.
yeah, it's still volatile though, right? It's relying on dice. We're one drop and you're Be'lakor, so it could just really swing in it.
So me and Toby were commentating, and we thought that Luke had some very obvious choices for what he put at the end, and it was just a case of if he wanted to be cute about it or not, and I think you just decided not to, right, Luke?
Yeah, so I thought at the end the better pick would have been Ninehorn into Feck, because generally Feck beats Ninehorn. But I guess you scared. Tabby might be scared of the Kragnos ignore, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that was the better choice there. Yeah.
It's interesting. It was an interesting. I think defending with Doc is take some steel. I think maybe I would have saved Doc for Scorched Earth.
Yeah, I think we're both expecting you guys to put down Feck there. I think that was my thought anyway.
Or Beasts.
Yeah, or Beast to get rid of one of them. Yeah, but anyway, I think there's lots of interesting games there. There's obviously the Spicy Mirror. We have Feck versus Siege.
We can record some, so hopefully we can make that happen.
So let us know, and we'll especially if we have some deciding games towards the end, we'll definitely get those in. Yeah, I'd definitely like to watch the Slaves Mirror. I think that would be entertaining and probably not very long.
Nice.
So
half an hour game.
It could be a good view experience.
Who's Varangard charges? Who's Varangard?
Look, will he get to strike first or not?
No matter what Slaves plays, it's not usually that long anyway. So yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Thanks for everyone watching, and we'll keep you updated. But yeah, I'm hyped. It's gonna be fun. And we'll see you soon.
And well done, Tim. And yeah, good luck for the round. And we'll maybe do an end review at the end and just
Yep.
go through it all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll see you later, guys.
Cool. Cheers. Oh, I'll upload it on YouTube, by the way, if anyone couldn't watch or miss part of it. So don't worry about that. Yep. All right. We'll see you all later.
All right. See you later.
See you guys. Bye.